The Packers are heading into a brand new era. Jordan Love is finally going to start for this team. And I came up with this topic, this little play on Jordan Love's name in the Packers. And it's called the Love Meter. Will the Packers love, like, or dislike Jordan Love's play in 2023? I got the Love Meter right in front of my face. They can see it on the screen right now. We have 7 hearts total, and that's what the Love Meter is going off of. So where do you think Jordan Love will be around? Is he around the 4th heart, which is the middle? Is he heading to the last 7th? I mean, how much would the Green Bay Packers love Jordan Love?
So I'm assuming it's right at this bottom right here.
Correct.
So I'm going to go like right here. I think he fits in the 4 or 5 range. I hope is that where it's going. Yeah. I think they'll like him. You know, I think they'll like what they see from him. I think they'll like the fact that he's a good game manager. He makes good plays. At times, he can make the big play. I think they'll like the fact that he's a very smart, precise quarterback. They'll obviously have some dislikes. You know, sometimes he'll probably try to do too much, I guess, or he'll try to make the play that doesn't need to, happen. I think with quarterbacks that have sat for so long, it's kind of you've had this toy sit in this box for so long, and you're waiting to open it. You're waiting to open it. You know it's going to be good. You know it's going to be good, and you're just waiting to open it. I think Green Bay is kind of like waiting and exciting to see, like, what is Jordan Love going to be. And I know the excitement is there because this could be another young top quarterback in this league, and that's great for us, great for the entertainment. So I think I'm more along the 4 or 5 range. I think this team is fully ready to, compete in the NFC and compete in this division. I have them winning the division, at 10-7. I think this team will come out and win this division. I just think Green Bay is too much consistency with them, and I know Aaron Rodgers wasn't good that last year, but I think if Jordan Love can be better than that, which I think Aaron Rodgers wasn't that good, I think Jordan Love can do that, and I think this team can be good. You got some guys coming in year 2, Watson and Romeo, that could be really good players. They drafted Musgrove, who's a tight end. They got some guys on the defensive end in the draft. So they had a solid-ass draft. Defense in the free agency, they didn't do too much. They lost a couple pieces, but nothing too major. I think they didn't add anything too much, so they're relying on the youth and their coaching staff and Jordan Love taking that leap. So I'm here with the 4 or 5 range. I think they'll like him for sure.
It's an exciting but very unique time in Green Bay because for the first time in 15 years,
so
you're being presented with the possibility you don't have your future franchise quarterback. But one thing you talked about early in the show was in the limited samples we've gone in Jordan in preseason, bless you, the occasional regular season,
My goodness.
it feels like the Packers are being blessed with another young up-and-coming quarterback with all of the tools to succeed. With Matt LaFleur's play calling, the weapons you add in with Jayden Reed, you mentioned Luke Musgrave, Tucker Kraft. This is one of the more well-rounded offenses in the NFL. With a decent offensive line to get back to Yar, notably at left tackle. I think on the Love Meter, there'll be a 5 out of 7 this year. There's going to be some highs, some high turnover games. Some weeks you're like, damn, he is a de facto rookie. But there's also going to be moments where you think to yourself, this is the guy. And for Green Bay, all you can ask for is a quarterback with high upside that's willing to learn with a high character. And that was what made him a potential top 10 pick all the way back before his turnover turbulent junior year back in college. I think they do have their guy here. It's just going to be a matter of him staying healthy, some development, and hopefully for the Packers, they can make a push this year at winning the division.
For those unfamiliar with my history with Jordan Love, I've waited 3 years for this moment. When he got drafted, I said, man, this guy has the tools to be special. When I saw he went to Green Bay, I said, this is a perfect situation. He's going to learn so much. He's going to be special. Every time when there was a glimmer of hope he would have a chance, I tweeted, it's Jordan Love time, baby. It's J Love time. Last year, I pitched the idea that Jordan Love should start the season down the stretch instead of Aaron Rodgers. Will the Packers love, like, or dislike Jordan Love? Where's Jordan Love on the love meter? Jordan Love on the love meter is a broke my scale. He's going to be a BMS for the Green Bay Packers. Now, everybody says the Packers are going from Aaron Rodgers, 4-time MVP, to Jordan Love. Aaron Rodgers in 2022, this is where he ranked amongst qualifying quarterbacks. 33rd under pressure, 30th in the pocket, 12th on early downs with no play action, 37th on layup throws, 23rd on throws less than 2.5 seconds, 27th outside the red zone, 31st under pressure, 22nd outside the pocket, 28th in play action, 27th while being blitzed, 40th on third and fourth down, 32nd in the fourth quarter, 31st on throws over 2.5 seconds, 35th inside the red zone. I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers washed. I'm saying he was disinterested. And he was 26 in QBR, which is a metric ESPN uses, that showcased he wasn't phenomenally great.
I think it was 25.
Despite getting below average quarterback play, the Packers were able to win 8 games. I think they are the most complete team in the division. They have 2 really good running backs in Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. Christian Watson, weeks 10 and onward in his last 8 games, was on a 1,100-yard pace, had 8 total touchdowns. I think he's going to be a star. And the only personnel grouping that was truly elite offensively for the Green Bay Packers was 12 personnel. And on 12 personnel passes, the Packers had a .18 EPA per attempt, 52 success rate, 7.5 yards per attempt, 70% completion percentage. On passes out of 12 personnel, Green Bay was the number 1 most successful passing offense. There's a reason why Matt LaFleur targeted tight ends in the draft, Luke Musgrave and Tucker Kraft. It's to go heavier into 12 personnel and to get more output. And with Jordan Love, you're going to have a quarterback who will be bought into the system. Matt LaFleur is a great head coach, but Aaron Rodgers, when he wants his way, he's going to get his way. Last year, in games where the Packers won by multiple scores, Aaron Rodgers was calling out Matt LaFleur's play calling. So there was friction there. And Jordan Love, I think, will be better than Aaron was in 2022. I think Christian Watson is going to be a star. And also, we can't forget about special teams, which is the third phase of football. We got offense, defense, special teams. The Packers, prior to week 8, were 16th in starting field position and 23rd in kick return yards. When they started Nixon from week 8 onward, they were number 1 in starting field position and number 1 in kick return yards. This is a team that is going to have a lot of talent on defense, 7 first-round picks. If Joe Barry can get better output from this defense with them now healthier, I think that's a big step in the right direction. Their special teams will be able to put their offense in manageable field positions, and the offense, I think, will be good. I think Jordan Love is going to be a really good quarterback. He's cut down interceptions in camp. He's barely thrown any. And whether you see it in joint practices or in the preseason, Jordan Love is playing well. And I think he's going to be a special quarterback, and he's going to show it relatively soon. I really have a lot of belief in Jordan Love and the Packers.
Just spill it. What do you post on Twitter?
What? What do you mean?
Waiting for you to proclaim it. The Packers are winning the NFC North in 2023.
The Packers are winning the NFC North. I have them winning the NFC North. We're talking about Aaron Rodgers, who wasn't great last year. Jordan Love can be better than Aaron Rodgers was in 2022, no doubt about it.
First off, if there's any franchise that hasn't forgotten special teams matters, it's this team. That cost them a fucking Super Bowl. But I like where you're going. Doesn't this Packers team feel awfully a lot like last year's Seattle Seahawks? You trade Russell Wilson, you trade Aaron Rodgers. Questions emerge with the head coach. Who can they win without that quarterback? That's the real question. Can you do it without them? But you look at the offense and it's complete. You completely revamped the tight end room, which last year you didn't have tight ends. At the wide receiver position, Christian Watson took him to the second half of the season to refine that confidence, to gain that trust of Aaron Rodgers. Romeo Doubs is hurt. You add in Jaden Reed. And at running back, it is incredibly versatile. And that offensive line, there's a lot of upside here, especially with Bakhtiari, one of the top left tackles in the game. Defensively, I'm still shocked Barry's there, but it's a competent group with a ton of great players.
Yeah.
I feel like this Green Bay team is a little bit overlooked because they're in a transition year, but so was Seattle last year, and we saw them give the 49ers a fight in the first half of a playoff game, which is insane to think about. They won 9 games. They were a huge surprise. And I wonder if Matt LaFleur can make a little bit of a comeback here.
Now, listen
I try to
this.
give a spin. I can't do it off my tongue.
The one instance where we seen the Packers last year go from Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love was versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Monday Night Football was it, or Sunday Night Football, one of those. Aaron versus the Eagles, 11 for 16, 140 yards, 8.8 yards per attempt, 2 touchdowns to 2 interceptions, 33.6 QBR, 95.8 passer rating. He took 3 sacks. Jordan Love comes in the game, 6 for 9, 113 yards, a touchdown, 0 picks, 12.6 yards per attempt, doesn't take any sacks, 92.9 QBR, 146.8 passer rating. I mean, the one time we saw Jordan Love get in the game for Aaron Rodgers, the offense looked alive. It looked different. And I think the chemistry he's building with Watson, with Romeo Doubs, it's going to show itself in 2023. I really think, like, Jordan Love, I've been waiting for this time. I've been waiting for him to play. And I think he's going to really shock a lot of people.
And you look at this division, there's no elite secondary. The Bears are building something here, but that front seven is a huge concern. And so if you have 6 games against mediocre defenses at best, that's a great way for Jordan Love to settle in, opposed to being thrown out there prime time on Arrowhead against Steve Spagnuolo, just being completely thrown out to the Wolves. So it seems like this is a smooth transition too.
It was a COVID week, and he when he faced the Chiefs, they said he was starting on a Wednesday. They didn't have much time to prepare for the starting quarterback job.
Even work with Devontae, because I think Devontae was in protocols that week, so they got no. This might be wrong, but I don't even know if he got to get any reps with him.
And that was the week Chris Jones came back and he changed around their defense in the second half of the year. So for me, like, I think the Packers 10-7 is the record I have them at. Listen, this team, the last couple of years of Matt LaFleur, they've been one of the slowest paced teams. So when it comes to the Packers, the games will be close. They will have to rely on defense and clutch drives from Jordan Love. But every game I think the Packers playing, it's going to be a dogfight. And I think they'll come out on top of these games.
I like Green Bay this year. I like what Jordan Love can bring them. I like that they have a consistent running game. I like that they have solid receivers with potential. Defensively, they got some guys with Rashawn Gary. We can't forget Jair Alexander. He's still one of the best cornerbacks in football. So they still got some guys on that team with a lot of talent. So I like this team for sure.